Welcome back here with WGC Fits. This is Trent Maxwell with Ian Hardesty. Today we're working on some of the new Mizuno Pro line, the 221, 223, and 225. It has been Mizuno's most successful Mizuno Pro, or MP, launch that they've ever had. So we wanted to go over some different things with it and have Ian hit some shots and see how he likes them.
So what are they each, like the 221, 225, and 223, what player type kind of fits them?
So 221 is the traditional Mizuno blade. Very, very beautiful looking, very soft, great feedback. 223 is kind of the mid cavity back type of design, a little bit still more player centric, a little bit more forgiveness in the blade, not a game improvement iron whatsoever. 225 is going to be the one that's the quote-unquote player distance iron. It looks clean, looks like a player's golf club, but provides a little extra pop than say the 223 or 221. They have both been all three have been very well received. 223 and 225 getting the lion's share of that reception, but all three have done very well for us. So we're going to let Ian start off with the 223. Just kind of in the middle to see how he likes it.
So this is just a standard
cavity back. Similar to a T100 from Titleist, a ZX7 from Strixon, that type of golf club.
And it feels good.
Mizuno's got, this is generation 2 of their putting copper underlay under them. So to make the feel, it's something the engineers can't quantify, but players when they hit it, just Mizuno's known for feel, so it's important for them to have an iron that feels good.
Ooh. I like that.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't like 194-yard 7-irons? Landing at 50 degrees. I mean, come on.
50, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's no negatives in this.
Wow. I love the feel of this thing now. Sam, we might be getting new irons.
Sam, sorry. So you want me to call Mizuno now to order your set?
Wow, that is nice.
So as I said, 223 has been very well received. I mean, it's very addictive. Once you start hitting it, it feels really good. These are even with range balls, so when you're hitting regular golf balls, it's even more addictive.
I can't really explain the feeling, but it's better.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's nice about it, what we've seen is that it's produced some distance, even though, again, it's really not a distance type of iron. It's still a player's iron, but it's produced.
I mean, that's what I hit.
It's a good combo. With irons, you're always compromising something. So these don't really compromise a whole lot.
No, it's got a nice top line, and it lays down really nice. All right. Let's try the blade.
Okay. Well, if you thought the 223 felt nice, wait till you hit this blade.
So who plays a blade? Like, I don't really see them much when I play in amateur tournaments.
Who plays a blade? It is probably not quite as popular as they used to be, because it used to be all that they had were blades.
Yeah.
Now, it's certainly not the case. Some of the best players in the world play them. Rory still does. Tiger does. Justin Thomas plays blades. He actually has kind of a pseudo combo set of them. Justin Rose, trying to think of some other players. Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, but it's not Scotty Scheffler, who just won the Masters, also plays them. But it's not everyone anymore. There are some players on tour that do, but cavity back is certainly well more received on tour. Why? Because it helps to have a little bit of forgiveness there. So let's try this 221.
It looks pretty.
It's very clean.
Is it just one piece of forged?
one piece forged billet, so it's just pounded into shape. Mizuno use what they call grain flow forging, so they're trying to, it's forged out of one piece of metal. They're trying to keep all the grains so it remains very consistent shot to shot.
I'll tell you what though, it looks small.
It does.
The ball looks bigger than the club.
Well, they're not that small.
That wasn't bad.
So blades can be a little bit more intimidating, especially from a look standpoint.
Yeah, the ball takes up most of the room.
Right. Because they're really designed to be kind of like a scalpel. You want full control over the golf ball, a blade is the way to go.
For like shot shaping and trajectory.
Shot shaping, yes. Ooh. Trajectory control, shot shaping, feel, I mean, nothing feels like a pure blade shot.
Well, they're consistent.
Well, that's good. That's what they're supposed to be. I mean, that's the advantage of blades. If you ask Tiger, I mean, Tiger kind of grew up on that. So he wants full control over the golf ball. He could always give him golf clubs that he could hit it longer with. But he really just wanted full control.
But someone who isn't a shot shaper like me would not really, and needs a little forgiveness here and there.
Correct.
But my goodness, these feel good. Well, that last one did, because that was in the center of the face.
Right. You're going to know if you hit this one good or not real quick.
Oh, they got it to go left. Never been able to hit it left with an iron.
How about that? Hey, it's shot shaping now. I mean, the sweet spot's really small, so you can shape it.
I tried to fade that one, and it faded.
Yeah, that's what blades do. Like I said, think of Picasso with the paintbrush here. You can hit all kinds of shots with this thing. The question is, if you're standing over a 185-yard 6-iron or 7-iron with one shot lead with one hole to play,
can you control it?
Do you really want to have this as your backdrop? You're pulling this out of your bag going, I just want to find the face someplace.
Yeah. Can we hit it low?
Let's see
low
it.
fade?
Oh, that's a low draw.
Hey, we can cut out the fade part, just the low part. That was smooth too. Mm-hmm. It actually feels softer than the 223 one.
It should, yes. Because all the mass is put around the sweet spot.
Like right here.
Correct. Versus when you take a cavity back, you're stretching out that mass around the face, which makes it a cavity back. So now if I hit it on the toe or hit it on the heel or hit it high, I have some added forgiveness. In a blade, you're not, it's right in the center.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit towards the heel, or if they've added some other stuff. But a blade, there's only one center point.
Yeah.
And once you hit that center point, there's nothing that feels better.
It. Okay.
But you miss it, that's what gives it the shot shaping control.
Interesting.
To be able to manipulate shots.
I like that draw though. A little less, but these were nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to go the opposite end of the spectrum. We're going to take it from 221 to 225. So if you look at the back of these, they look relatively similar. The Mizuno Pro 221, 225, you look at the back, they look pretty similar. But you look at the chassis size, and now is where we see a little bit of a difference. This is very, very skinny. This one's got a little bit more meat to it.
And the top line's thicker, right?
Top line's going to be a little thicker, loft's a little stronger. This one's going to feel a little hotter. So where you're hitting that 7-iron in the 180 range, you can hit this 7-iron, and it's going to go for days with your speed.
Oh.
So this one's Mizuno Pro 225. This is Mizuno. It's kind of a player's distance iron. This one will feel, for lack of a better terminology, it'll feel explosive. This one's going to still feel very good, but this one's going to feel a little hotter. it's going to feel like it takes off, and it does. It lofts a little stronger, and it's really easy to hit farther distance.
I mean, the top fan is just a bit thicker, but it just reminds me of the cavity back.
Correct, and we did go extreme here. So we went from 223 to 221, so we went in the middle to something smaller. Now we're going from something small to on the bigger side of the Mizuno Pro, but it's still not off-putting.
No.
It still looks...
It looks good.
Yeah. I mean, they did a really good job with this.
So just pound it.
Just pound it. Yeah, this would be easy to pound.
Yeah.
So you missed that one a little bit, didn't you?
Just on the, I don't think so.
I think you did.
Right on the toe a bit, you think?
Yeah, I think you missed that one a little bit.
Nah, it looks like the heel. Well,
He's not even sure where he missed it.
no,
He
because
just knows he missed it a little bit. There, that was a little higher.
yeah, that was bad.
I mean, 140 mile an hour ball speed with 7-iron. That's tiger-like. Or my driver, whichever. I mean, it's Ian's ball speed with a 7-iron is as fast as my ball speed with driver.
Yeah, but compared to the blade, like I honestly can't really feel when I hit it.
Correct.
But it feels explosive.
It feels good, but you don't have the feedback that you're going to get with the blade, or with
the cavity back.
or with the cavity back.
That's okay.
But still good looking, still
Yeah.
good feeling product.
Definitely goes a lot higher. Whee.
Well,
Right
when
on
you're
top.
hitting 7-irons 197 and landing them at 52 degrees.
That's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you might need this week at the US Open.
Ooh, that was bomb. That was a good one. Whee. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Look at that dispersion.
Sam, get out the checkbook. He doesn't know what he's getting. He's getting something, though. So what do you think? What do you think,
You know, even, I mean, I did miss hit the first one,
right?
but that's like the nicest lineup of 4 golf balls I've ever hit.
Right.
They're
Those
just
are
like right there.
all the same distance. So, like I said, I mean, Mizuno did a really good job of this. This is why this is part of their most successful Mizuno Pro launch ever. Is because 223 is really good, 221 is really good. This, in my opinion, takes the cake. It's as good, if not better, than those two combined. And that's saying something because the other two are really, really special clubs. This one's really good too.
Are there key differences in the numbers between them other than distance? Like height? Is
Yeah,
kind of the thing.
you hit
Honestly-
225 higher by about 12 feet. So you hit it higher, you hit it further, you hit it tighter. Honestly, there isn't anything that I would say is bad
Yeah,
amongst
they were all good clubs.
I would say the most important part with the 225 is the fact that the consistency of hitting them all that close. I mean, normally if you get a player distance iron, it's the hardest part is to try to get that consistency because you're trying to hit it kind of like off a trampoline.
Yeah.
So the harder you hit it, the more it kind of jumps. You weren't necessarily hitting them easily.
No.
You just taking normal swings, and they were all pretty consistent.
I'd say very consistent. Better than what I'm playing.
I mean, your yardage difference, your plus or minus was 0.1. So that's pretty good.
That's nice.
I mean, that's PGA Tour quality right there.
Luke Donald,
Luke Donald, there you go.
Mr. Mizuno himself.
Correct. So yeah, I mean, that's, if we looked at, bigger picture, 223 had a little bit more inconsistent shots, but you had 2 really, really good, and you had 3 that were,
Or just misses.
4 that were just misses. I mean, you hit 225 really good. The one over here with the 221,
I tried
was
to
just,
fade.
You tried to fade it,
And it faded.
and you did. You faded it. So looking at that, I mean, the other interesting thing with the 3, and some of this is going to be loft related, but looking at the spin differences between the 225 and 223, there wasn't a whole lot of spin difference. The interesting thing was the 221, weakest loft, had the most spin, but it also gives you the most control.
That is correct.
People look at and hear different things, and they want low spin and hit it far, low spin and hit it far. You just hit it plenty far, and I want spin to give you control. If it doesn't have any spin, you have zero control. I want you to have some spin to keep, so you can control it, so you can hit shots that you want to be able to hit.
Yeah.
That's what a blade usually brings in. So, just some different things, and that's why Mizuno launched 3 different types of irons. People look at it and go, oh, why would they launch 3 irons at the same time? Because they're 3 entirely different irons. Yes, they share some qualities amongst the 3. They all look good, they all feel good, they all sound good, but they are designed for 3 different players.
Yes.
And that we just kind of proved why.
I would definitely try them all too.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because the feeling of the blade was buttery smooth, but the distance and control of this thing was just, or accuracy with this 225 was
Correct.
amazing.
And it's not like it felt bad.
No.
So please follow us if you want to see more videos. Like us, subscribe if you can. We appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate all the help and support. This concludes another episode of WG Spits. Thanks, Ian.